What's good, my dudes? Thank you for showing up today. Hey, dudes, where you at?
Here.
I'm
here.
Dudes. They're the dudes.
We were
hiding behind the couch.
Yeah, we were
No
facing
way,
the wrong
dude.
direction. Sorry.
Shh, babe. Maybe he'll go away. That over there is the eagle, but today's the spider.
Oh, don't you give me that title.
Dude.
Don't you do
Yeah,
this.
no, today he wears the mantle of the spider. He's not the spider we asked for. He's the spider we deserved. That is Scott, a.k.a. Best Eagle Alive.
Well, you get what you ask for.
Around here you do. We hate to please. How you doing today, Eagle?
Man, I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing
Spider
pretty good.
Eagle. I'm really trying to work out how a spider eagle would work and figure out what part of my body is big enough to have that tattooed on.
I feel like the movement would be like some sort of Dark Souls boss.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Or the side of a van. Airbrushed. Hey, the man who the mantle of the spider has been wrested from. That is the old crow. That's Brent. Hello, sir.
Hi. I don't know how I feel about this, and I feel like we're just going to confuse everyone. Wait, I thought Brent was spider, but now Eagle's spider?
I feel like it's turned into some sort of like dunce cap.
Yeah.
Dude, if you say it one more time, he's going to appear, so you better... You know, it's on the tip of everybody's tongue. The spider, what's he up to? What's he doing? Who is he?
Unmasked.
Or she.
Or she. And it's 2017, so don't just assume the spider's gender, bro.
No.
They like it spider's gender. Anyway, we have a guest again. Good buddy. Mr. Kerry. Hello, Kerry.
Yo, what's going on?
Yeah, that's Kerry. He was here a couple weeks ago on our In the Flesh episode that Eagle poo-pooed because he doesn't like the term in the flesh or poo-poo.
It's all right.
And,
it's a lot. It was just a lot of flesh talk, you know. It was just getting there.
Kerry, like I said before, is one of our great friends. He spends an awful lot of time streaming because he's rad like that. He is Best Kerry Alive 1. That is Best Kerry Alive, the number 1. Glad you're doing today.
And
Good today,
Kerry. Make sure you get that.
Yeah.
Even though
yeah,
you do carry people in a more like C word sense, but you know, I'm with it. Yeah, Kerry.
I've heard a
Take
couple
you wherever
people
you
call
wanna
you
go.
a C word, but if you're joining us for the first time, we are BloodShot Eyes and Sore Thumbs podcast. We shorten it to Best Podcast just because it's easier and accurate. We talk gaming and whatever else we think is rad that can sneak its way in there. Now, on this episode, we want to make good on a desire to stretch out a little bit. We love everyone that we are blessed enough to be speaking to at the moment. Thank you for listening. Thank you. And have been digesting the idea that different peeps like to peep different games. And we want to be able to provide info and perspective on as many things in the gaming universe that we can possibly grasp. And one thing that is hard to grasp, well, maybe not to a handful of pro players this week, is the amount of money that some of these competitors are doing their thing for. And so we kind of want to take some time to talk about esports today. Right, guys?
Yeah.
Right.
Esports, the old competitive gaming.
Yeah. We kind of want to educate ourselves and the public. That's kind of a reason we do this. We are learning too every week, after all. And I don't want to make a ton of promises, but know that our hearts are in the right place when we say we want to start keeping esports in mind for nearly every episode. Whether it be a schedule of the next week's events or just keep it in the news, you know, deliberately, we want to connect to those listeners out there who enjoy competitive gaming and the title gallery that specific genre seems to have to offer, which is always changing. And a lot has changed over the past year or so, like with Overwatch coming out, right, guys?
Mm-hmm.
And all that, you know, like that's quickly jumping to massive popularity.
Oh, yeah.
But first, let's do a little news.
A little news it is.
News it
Little
up.
Newsy news, boys. What you got?
Man, Hellblade came out?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it sure did. That would be on the top of that list there.
Yeah? I mean, what do you guys think about this game? I've watched some videos of it this week. It looks, super intense, you know, dealing with the whole psychosis thing, but coming from a company like Ninja Theory that's, you know, done games like Devil May Cry. Like, what? I don't even know what to think about this.
Okay, so what I'll say is it finally came out, and we got a lot more details of what the game really looks like, how it works and feels. I'm honestly intimidated by it. then again, I'm a scaredy baby, and it's not that necessarily that it's a scary looking game, but it looks like it could really, really like mess with you and kind of make you step back and rethink, especially everything in the environment of the game, but kind of like your life, because they were saying it's kind of trying to duplicate psychosis, right?
Yeah.
Damn, Ninja Theory, you hear that?
Honestly,
Gotta-
dude.
Nice.
Contemplating his whole life.
Yeah.
It's the future of gaming.
But no.
The name is atrocious. I'll
Yeah.
say that. Like I don't want to. Whatever. I don't want to say poo poo is what I don't want to do. But I don't want to judge this book by its cover. But that's a terrible name, dude. That's like that's like an America Online 1996 Hellblade 420 in the chat room. I don't get it. It's video game.
It is coming from the company that had a game called Heavenly Sword, so I guess Hellblade would be a good follow-up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and didn't they redo Devil May Cry? What?
Yes.
Conspiracy. Conspiracy. Ninja Theory.
What's going on out there?
Yeah, we're catching a bit of a theological edge to your naming. That or emo band. Or metal band.
New single coming from Fate of Anger.
Every time it gets me.
But no, on a more serious note, this game Hellblade does seem to have a real emphasis on this whole mental health, psychosis. It seems to be a very heavy influence from schizophrenia or paranoid schizophrenia with multiple voices and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But when the game opens, apparently the first credits you see are mental health advisors from Cambridge, near where the game was developed. Oh. So it seems like they have taken it seriously, at least. Mm-hmm. They're not poking fun or making jokes or anything. But the game does look super intense. Those visuals and that audio. I don't know if I'm ready to handle that after a day at work.
So much blue and gray. It's like, I don't know.
That's what I mean. That's what I was saying. Really, it seems intimidating to me, in a strange way.
But one thing that also, and I wish I had my hands on it, so I don't spend our whole news section just with conjecture, just blah blah blah. I wish I could. I will watch some streams on it, but the combat in it is so different from the other games that I've seen them put out. And I remember we talked about this a few episodes back, and it was kind of like a For Honor approach. Kind of like a slowed down action type. You have to be methodical. You have to get your parries and your blocks, and then you talk to yourself, and then a tree lights on fire, and it never stops raining. So yeah, it's
intense. But I mean, it does look gorgeous. I mean, some really awesome graphics. The motion capture and stuff is fantastic. That looks intense.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, Hellblade, check it out.
It's out. Go grab it.
XCOM 2 is getting a big update. The War of the Chosen. I'm sure we got some XCOM fans out there. I used to do some Final Fantasy Tactics.
Ooh.
Don't murder me because I know they're not the same thing, but they're the closest I can think of to actually playing
strategy
XCOM.
combat. Yeah.
Please don't internet murder me. Please don't. But yeah, I know it's people that love that game hold it very close to their hearts, and this War of the Chosen update seems to be, at least according to the articles that I read, seems to be kind of revamping the game, redoing the game, almost by adding some new characters and situations and.
Yeah, little balance changes like that and additions can really change the game, like XCOM. With that grid-based combat and really building your team and using their abilities together. I mean. That is going to change a big amount of that game. The weird thing I think though is it's being released on the same date that Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle's being released.
No way.
Like a knockoff XCOM. I think that's kind of cool.
Nice.
That is real funny.
Yeah.
But I don't know. They're pretty they're pretty confident about it. They're saying that this could very well be the basis. And again, I didn't call anybody and ask them myself. This is just based on comments and a little bit of research that I did. Was that this is talked about to be the base of what XCOM 3 is going to be. So
oh wow.
Yeah, glean from that whatever information you'd like. That is for you, XCOM fan.
Is it
shaking
sad
right
that
now. You're
every
welcome.
time I
There's
hear
gonna
about
be
a big
XCOM 3.
update, I always kind of in my head think of it as like the Taken King update? Has that like ruined me?
Yeah, that's like the paradigm. Like, is that the word that I'm looking for? Or
I don't know enough to dispute you.
that I have a pair of dimes, and they are 20 cents. That's the 20-cent piece of comparing new update content to. I don't know, dude. I'm not the smartest guy out there. I just work overtime at the Fortune Cookie Psychic Warehouse. That's all.
Whoa, hold
Anyway.
on.
Whoa.
A fortune cookie psychic?
Psychic?
How do you think those things work, man? You think the cookie makes them up? Whatever, dude. More news. Hello Neighbor releases at the end of this month. Have y'all seen this?
Hello, neighbor.
Hello,
Actually just
neighbor.
downloaded it.
Yeah, this is one of those cutesy games out there. Oh, man, I hope I
Cutesy?
don't offend anybody by calling. You know, like the animated, like,
That game.
you know, like Sexy Brutale was. You know, not trying to be complete, you know, mimic reality for you. But I'm very excited about this game. And I'm also very jealous because right before the show, I heard that Eagle played it.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for it on Xbox, but...
Yeah, my buddy Jimmy let me play a little bit on his PC.
Jimmy!
Oh, Jimmy! What's good out there, Jimbo Slice? But yeah, I played a little bit of it, and it's kind of weird. You know, I didn't play too much, but it seemed like the premise was that you're trying to sneak into your neighbor's house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't really
Find
know
what he's
why.
got in the basement.
Maybe he's
Yeah,
Yeah,
got
you
what
gotta
the
find out what's
description
going on
is.
in that basement, and so, like, you're kind of watching him to get it. Have you guys ever seen the movie Misery?
No.
No.
Well, I mean,
No,
what
sir.
have you seen? Seriously. Okay,
I don't
so-
watch movies
so
called
the-
Misery or Pain or Anger. Sorry.
Only X-Men.
I watch Cars and Cars
I-
2.
I watch specifically, exclusively Air Bud franchise.
When my nephew's in
That's
town, it's just
horrible.
Mighty Machines. And that's
Okay.
it.
For those of you who aren't old enough to know what Misery is, which is probably all of you, because I'm barely old enough to know what it is, it's a movie based on a book by Stephen King where an author is trapped inside of a house against his will and uses suspense in the form of not ghosts or anything, but just trying to get away while this warden-like figure holds him captive. And Hello Neighbors seems to really channel that constant anxiety of, is he coming, is he coming, is he coming? Like, put it away, gotta get out of here.
Yeah.
You know, never really got in trouble with the law when I was younger for all that, but figure that's probably what it would feel like. I don't know.
Yeah,
Like,
it was totally one of those, like,
cop.
stressful, you know, trying to stay stealthy ones for sure.
Like Resident Evil Nemesis. That's what I think of
Oh, dude.
when like running from
Ultimate
the monster.
anxiety.
Yeah.
Man, that's constant
Ultimate.
running.
Yeah.
Dude, or like the Pursuer in Dark Souls 2. Never mind. Let's stop there. Okay.
Not yet.
Anyway.
Not yet.
Anyway, Hello Neighbor comes out in the 20-somethings of August. I want to say the 29th, honestly. You can pre-order it. There's an alpha available right now for PC players. If you don't want to buy it, you can try it out on there. But it's just one of those, you know, a little bit cheaper games that still. Anyway, whatever. No Man's Sky gets a big update,
Ooh.
version 1.3.
This was kind of out of left field to me. I kind of heard the rumblings that they were doing like an ARG kind of puzzle thing, and then bang, I see news stories that they rolled out a huge update, even with
I'm
some
so happy too, dude.
some light
Yeah.
multiplayer.
So
What?
Eagle, with this one, I'll say yes. This can feel like the Taken King to you.
Okay,
It's
All right.
big, dude. I am so excited. I just can't get back into No Man's Sky right now, but I did turn it on for a second to see what was going on. They're touting new storylines
yes,
and especially fast travel.
yes.
More so than the, you know, I don't want to bore everybody with logistics of No Man's Sky and how that all works, but those who know, those explorers out there, you know what I'm talking about. I'm talking real fast travel. Not just between the last point that you said was your home base or whatever. That's really going to cut some time off. But it's arguable that you're out there to look at space and see how much fuel you have and make sure you go the right way. Because that's kind of the way the game started, was a spaceship simulator.
Yeah.
Like the gauges are your job.
I saw that
Does
they
look
added
awesome,
some multiplayer-ish stuff.
Mhm.
Like you can come across another player's orb. You can't really see them, but you can see like a representation of where they are, which I guess is a step in the right direction. It's not, playing with friends yet, but it's pretty neat.
Sounds like Fable, how Fable kind of started with theirs. They had the little orbs running around with you.
Yeah.
Until you would hit a mission, and then they kind of disappear, fade off.
These guys did a lot of things like Fable, but I'm glad that they're still in it and they're fixing their stuff and they're going. They're doing it as they go. Plus, they got a little bit more money.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, as is another point in the news.
Yeah. Did I see correctly that they said they added 30 more hours of storyline?
I've seen different numbers.
Mm-hmm.
All of the numbers are pretty cool, though.
Yeah, because like if it's 30, that's a pretty massive amount of time.
That is a campaign.
Yeah.
That is a campaign.
Yeah. That's just not like a little side mission. That's a full other game. So
That's
good
cool
for them. If it works out, good.
I wonder if this is going to be enough to, pull in somebody who hasn't already purchased No Man's Sky. Like I wonder, at what point are people going to start, checking it out?
Well, I mean, I sure hope they have some scope in mind because, I'm no business, video game business fellow with my video game business coat. Just a human 2.0. I'm just an unfrozen caveman lawyer trying to make sense of this world.
Right.
But
You like Encino Man?
I think they need to have a No Man's Sky Perfect collection. You know what I mean? Like, all the when are the updates going to stop? Like, I just hope they have scope for that.
Yeah.
Like a definitive edition or something like that?
Exactly, because that's, I think, how you're going to... That's going to be one of the coolest games ever when they finally figure all this stuff out and get it all on there. Like, I know that they will.
Yeah.
I mean, I hope that they will. It's
like,
a fun
here's
game.
the final copy.
Yeah, this is what we wanted to release, but, we had pressure to release on certain dates.
Right.
Yeah. Or just give us $62 and, every update's free after that.
Well, with all that being said, these updates have been free, though, right? They're not paid DLC.
Nope.
Right.
Nope.
Oh, fair enough.
So, I mean, at least that's the right thing to do, for people that have purchased it. And, I'm fairly certain that the game is, not full price $60 anymore. So,
Yeah.
Oh, no. Yeah, you can get it used. Last time I saw it, I was at a game halt just a couple days ago, and I think it's going for like $24.99.
yeah,
used.
which is
And everybody's got it. Don't go buy it at a Walmart or something like that. I mean, this isn't about not shopping at Walmart. Whoever, like, in case it's
I love Walmart.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, like, buy it used, especially with this particular title. Not to show negativity upon it, but it seems to be the trend that a large amount of people have found it's not for them, even though the concept of it is super rad.
Mm-hmm.
You just,
Cool.
it's got to be up your alley.
Yeah, I mean, it's craziness. I mean, speaking of super rad things, the developers of old PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds got themselves a hefty investment recently, guys.
What?
Have you guys ever heard of Tencent?
I've heard of 50 Cent.
Heard of 2 dimes. Whatever Jacob said earlier.
Paradigm.
It's your birthday.
Paradigms.
We're gonna party like it's the birthday.
Well, old Tencent, they are a huge Chinese investment holding company.
Yeah.
So they own companies like Supercell and Riot Games, Miniclip. Yeah.
Yeah.
But so I read some stories on line earlier, I believe from Kotaku, saying that Tencent was looking to buy Bluehole just outright, but Bluehole wasn't interested in selling, completely. So they took a large investment of an undisclosed amount. So, who knows?
Looks like we're getting that on consoles soon.
But when we say a large sum of money was given to them, Eagle, how much did you say that they brought in last year?
Enough to go to the chain store right now.
Yeah, they got more than the paradigms. They got $141 billion last year. That was,
Holy shnikes.
yeah, dude.
So
that
this
was
could be a
Tencent.
massive
that's
investment.
massive.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
and Bluehole is kind of a newer thing built to get this PUBG out there, and they've sold. They're creeping on 7 million copies, $30 a pop.
Yep.
So, their company is on a meteoric rise right now. I see why Tencent is interested. I'm sure everybody else is as well that's got, that kind of money. So
and the microtransactions that just opened up a couple weeks ago within PUBG as well. So even more than just $30 a copy.
To be honest, I'm no business analyst or anything, but the addition of microtransactions in a key system might have been a move to look attractive to something like Tencent, right?
Oh, yeah.
Saying like, yeah, we sold 7 million copies, but we're also going to rake in this X amount of millions of dollars on keys each year.
Yeah.
So,
that's very true.
Yeah. I mean,
I would say it's a good move considering how quickly PlayerUnknown is. I mean, I've been really into it, and I've never really been into PC gaming, and it even got to me.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah,
look
it's
it up
just
if it was
all
coming
over
out to
Mixer,
console. Then I started getting excited about it.
As soon as you turn it on, it's right there.
Yeah.
yeah, just like you're saying, Kerry, it's taken over the streaming side of things. You go to Twitch, you go to Mixer, it's all of the top streamers are all playing the same thing. You see the same thumbnail of a person in a grassy field.
Right. Every
PUBG,
time.
PUBG.
All right, guys, we got to put a bow on this news section here. The last little bit is having to do with some software that we're recently trying out. Skype, I'm sure it works for everybody. Hasn't been working for us. We recently tried out Discord. Very popular in the gaming community, and we'll let y'all know how that goes.
Yeah.
But
So far, so good.
Rolling in with that one too.
So far,
Somebody
so
help
good.
me out with this
I'm
video
enjoying it.
sharing or whatever is coming to this. I guess they're catching up with certain other services.
Yeah. Like I was just thinking, I was like, oh, it sucks because we, share our screens here sometimes when we're doing the podcast or just trying to figure things out in the technical sense. And I was like, oh, we can't do that on Discord. And I was like, I don't know. I feel like that's possible. And sure enough, Eagle, did you say that article was an hour old that I sent you?
Yeah, I don't know if they've announced it earlier, but the whole article that we were looking at about video sharing on Discord was an hour old on their site. So
yeah. So on Discord, they said they're going to slow roll to about 5% of users. Video sharing, video chats, screen sharing, different other applications that you can plug into Discord, and just make it a more viable experience for whatever you need to use it for. So that's actually really exciting.
I think
They just had the video.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. I was just going to say that I think it's interesting that this is coming out because I don't know if you guys saw another little bit of news before we close it out was Twitch put out a video announcement that they're doing like their own voice channels and voice calls just like a Discord or Skype right through Twitch.
Yeah, that was crazy when you were telling me about that. Was it a couple weeks ago?
Yeah, it's coming soon. It seems like they're really trying to take over all aspects of what you need to stream games and play games.
I mean, it's smart. We'll just see whenever they roll out their own Twitch, YouTube kind of deal.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
shoot.
I didn't think about that when Eagle was first telling me about it. I thought it was just like, I was like, that sounds dumb. What do you need that for? You already have the whole streaming thing. But yeah, it makes sense to be able to incorporate both into one.
I mean, really, the
phone
last
call in the middle of your stream.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
party up basically. The last piece of the puzzle really is editing and publishing videos. Like that's
Oh,
the last thing.
Mm-hmm.
But
Party up indeed.
it's interesting to see.
Yeah. Speaking of last thing. That's the news.
Hey!
All right. Hey, we made it. There's actually a lot more news than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's been a busy
Exciting
week.
stuff.
We're good at rambling.
No Man's Sky and Hellblade. Well, I mean, essentially, isn't that what a podcast is?
Mm-hmm.
This rambling's got to go somewhere. Better off not in the trash. So, like we said earlier, we want to talk about some esports today. We have folks out there that no doubt enjoy those games. It's not really a roster of titles that denotes what is an esport and what's not. It's actually kind of a mystery, some hidden algorithm, some ghost in the shell of who ends up how the public lifts these certain titles to the top to the point where other people want to watch them play it for money. And and that's hyperbole aside, that's what it all boils down to, which is pretty nuts to me. This parallel of watching it for entertainment, almost like on the caliber of like sports.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And for anybody rolling their eyes out there at the idea of playing for money, we're talking millions in some cases.
Oh yeah,
millions of dollars, millions of bladders.
Yeah. When we were talking about doing this, this week, I've been just looking up some, news here and there. I came across a montage of people pretty much rolling their eyes on like different news segments when one of the news anchors brings up esports, and like the other news anchors like, what, this is lame, or blah blah, that's not real, it's not a sport, these aren't athletes. I don't know, that was pretty funny to watch because people just don't really know about this, and it's a really really big thing.
And that's kind of what we're aiming to do here on this show, because the esports is a broad topic. So I'm just gonna, guys, give me just a second here to just level with the listener. And we don't really have anything prepared as to how to present the information. So I'm just gonna talk to y'all out there right now and just tell you what we're gonna do.
If you can't see him right now, he's sitting on his porch step with his hand on his knee, drinking a lemonade.
Right.
I put the lemonade down. I'm whittling right now.
Oh, of course.
Oh,
I'm
serious.
I'm whittling a chess piece. Whittling.
I was gonna ask you what
honestly, this is just nervousness talking, because like I really don't have a way to present all this information. So this is kind of what I do. I just kind of say out loud what my problem is, and just be like, "This is how we're going to resolve it," and just knock it out.
Break it down for me, Papa Bear.
What I would like to talk about is some major the big bigs out there. That's number one going on this week. Very popular games to play. As far as tournament play goes, I want to talk about equipment necessary in order to access it. If a listener out there is interested after hearing some of this stuff on this tournament, and is working at the old shadow puppet manipulation factory and wants a new gig, they want to get on some Dota.
Dota?
Did I say that? Did I say? Obviously, because folks can't see this at home, I have this bad habit of spelling Dota with a D every time. Every time. So it's my computer pretty much corrects it for me if I spell it with a T now, and it spells it like the word Donna, but with two Ds. Anyways, we want to give some information out for people who want to try and get into it or are just curious in general, and then give out some information about how to catch it as a fan if you want to start watching on TV, because it's been on ESPN for a few years now.
Yeah.
In one way or another, and and then I'm going to lean on you guys here. So without further ado, let's break into our esports segment and begin. I press this button here, right? Begin. And begin.
Boom. Go.
Boom. Esports.
Dude, in the edit, we really need to have like the American Gladiators theme start playing like right then and there.
Oh, man. Don't give me these goals.
I'm just singing this song.
Awesome.
Okay, well, let's start with what's going on this week, because there's actually a lot of stuff going on this week. The Call of Duty World League has come to a close, or World Championships, excuse me. I was thinking the Rocket League Open is going on as well. Overwatch is on the verge of starting their own league, and that's what we have Mr. Kerry here for, to Eagle and Best Kerry Alive both roll on Overwatch quite a bit.
Gotta love those Mercy mains.
Yeah.
Yes.
Player Unknown's
I'm here to
getting
revive
geared
him.
up to have a tournament.
Yeah.
So why don't we start with the past then? Let's talk about EVO.
Yeah, so EVO recently happened, I believe maybe a month or so ago. That's in Vegas, I believe it happens. And then they do, next year is going to be in Japan. But EVO is kind of the fighting game tournament. This year they had Street Fighter V, Tekken 7, Guilty Gear, Injustice, Super Smash, and Super Smash Melee. Yes, they
really?
still
Which
play Melee
shocks me.
competitively.
What?
Yeah.
It surprises me, but it doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, and a few more ones, and that's kind of where the best of the best, crowd around. And, this year it was on TV. I remember my, dad sending me a text like, hey, I'm watching this EVO tournament. I got two guys sitting in hoodies. They're sitting at a CRT TV, like, playing Super Smash. It's like, oh, man. kind of embarrassing, but yeah, that's the
Right.
best in the world, Dad.
You're getting it.
You're gonna break the RF unit.
Yeah. But so yeah, the next tournament's going to be in Japan, and that is January 26th to 28th. So if you think you got some chops in any of those fighting games, it's probably good to get your applications in soon.
Chops and kicks.
Cha cha.
if you think you got it. And yeah, they play for money.
Lots of money, man. Lots of money.
Any idea off the top of excuse me. Pardon me. Any ideas off the top of our head? What that part of my notes is actually blank.
I do not know off the top of my head what their tournament series was for the pool last year, but it was thousands, man. It's no joke. It's a big deal.
I'm looking at the figure 1,222,064 bladders and 20 mini bladders.
Whoa!
Wow.
Whoa!
That's a lot of money just for trapping somebody in the corner with low kicks.
Fireball! Fireball! Fireball!
I bet there were so many come-ons at that Come on, man!
You won't let me out.
Tell your dad! In whatever language you please. Let's see. So, what else is going on? Well, the Call of Duty World League Championships just finished up, and I saw the prize purse on that one was $4 million.
Hashtag green wall, baby. Optic Gaming
go,
coming
bud.
through. They've been real dominant in that sport for the past several years, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
But yeah, I'd love to see that. Hopefully next year they can have somebody come and compete against them.
Did you know they were selling tickets for spectators for $53.99 starting at that?
Woo!
That's the price I started. I mean, it's a lot of fun to watch. I've been to a couple Call of Duty tournaments, never to play. I would barf. It goes way too fast. But yeah, I would seriously barf. But yeah, always really rabid fans at that one. And you know, these usually work as like single elimination, most of the time double elimination tournaments. And then it's usually a big kind of like collection of tournaments. You'll have your 2v2s, you have your objective games, you have your deathmatch games.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, like your brackets.
Mm-hmm.
And all these people show up and play for some money. So, guys, help me out here. What are some of the biggest ones? I have a list of stuff here. Obviously, Dota is a really big deal. It's a really big deal. And
I want to know how many people just got triggered by
Yeah.
hearing somebody
Right.
called Dota.
I'm doing it on purpose.
Yeah, if
Somebody
you're
shits
triggered,
right
it's
now.
a joke. We know
yeah,
it's Dota.
yeah. I don't make friends easily because of my personality. So,
But yeah,
Anyway, so
the-
Dota's a big deal.
yeah,
And,
the international just finished up this week.
Yeah.
In Dota, it was huge. I
Yeah,
mean, what was the
huge.
prize pool? Like $24 million?
million.
24-5.
Please,
million.
Papa Cheese.
That's
That
the-
is
24 million.
unreal.
And that's
So what
the
is
largest
Dota?
in any tournament, right? Like, big time.
Yeah, that's the biggest by about 24 times.
Tell us what Dota is. Like what are these people doing to each other for 22 million?
Well, so Dota is a free game, which is part of the reason it is so popular worldwide and can be played on a very simple PC. It's not graphically demanding or an intensive game, but it fits under a category of games called MOBAs, which are what multiplayer only battle
Multiplayer
arenas?
online battle arenas.
Yeah,
Yes.
multiplayer online battle arenas, and they're all kind of structured on this like lane system. They got 3 lanes and towers that the teams are trying to defend against each other. They have a large cast of heroes that have different abilities that they use to try and eliminate the other characters and take control of these towers and ultimately destroy, what is it called, the Nexus or
Yeah.
something of that nature.
Like the other team's base, pretty much.
Exactly. Yeah, it's just, and some of the games can go very long. Like I watched highlights of a game that went over an hour the other day, and it was just these two teams just kind of sieging each other and just walling down an area and holding still, and just waiting them out.
And in Dota, are you commanding a troop or are you playing as an individual player? individual characters.
Well, you're an individual on a team of other individuals.
Right.
There you go.
And you are trying to take control of what they call creeps, and those are kind of like your troops, if you will, to kind of help you in battle as you, build up your abilities and, try and take control of the resources.
Yeah, your little AI soldiers.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean, this year the TI-17 was the international tournament. It was unbelievable. I mean, I watched some of the streams earlier this week, and the production values, top notch. I mean, it was.
Oh man, the money in this stuff.
Woo! It's crazy. But yeah, like you said, the prize pool, $24 million. I mean,
$24 million.
Oh no, I'm talking about the money in the production too.
oh,
Like,
I mean,
you're
with
talking
the
about it. I
amount
remember
of
you
money
telling
in
me
the
about the
prize
experience watching it on TV. Not only was there something there for people actually there to watch the action, but they had great quality viewing for people watching at home too.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I mean, it was cool. Like when they were doing their hero drafting and stuff, the whole arena was in this like augmented reality look on the stream, and it, I was sitting at home like, is that a real jellyfish, or is that part of the graphics? I'm not sure. It was so cool. It was way over the top. They made the players look like superstars, and some of them are as young as 16 years old.
Man, I was looking through some of it earlier today, and like they've got them like drawn out like anime characters.
Really?
Like these dudes are their heroes.
Yeah.
Man,
Like fire.
I don't know
in
what
his
I would
hands.
say if somebody ever painted me or drew me. Hey,
that-
listeners out there,
Yeah, is that kind of like, please draw me?
it really wasn't. I just trailed off in a
okay.
weird way.
Draw me like one of your French girls.
If I had
Well, I
any
was
talent,
just-
I would.
You ever see Titanic? I want it to be like that.
Mm-hmm. Wait, you want to make love to be painted?
No, I want to be
Oh.
drawn in the back of a steamy old-timey car.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Perv.
That
You perv.
is an image that's not going to leave my mind anytime
Man,
soon.
That's the idea.
Uh,
Well,
I'm hurting.
But shout out
Brent
to
is
Team
our-
Liquid. They
Yeah.
took the purse.
10 million.
10.8,
million.
almost 11 million, split
Ooh.
between
Do you think it's even fun to
5
them?
dudes.
Unbelievable.
do you think it's even fun to them, like at that level with those kind of stakes?
That's what I was thinking.
Like, I wonder what your entry fee is.
I don't.
Well, that's what we're here for.
I don't.
So
I don't.
guess we.
I don't think the
Pardon? I
entry
couldn't
fees
find a lot of info on
were
that
that expensive, but the thing is, you ask, is it fun at that point? Well, I'm sure when they're actually playing in the tournament, I'm sure it's the most stressful thing that they've ever done.
Yeah.
But I've heard a lot of rumors about some of these guys. They kind of these teams, they get picked up by managers, and like they get stuck in these houses, and you pretty much sit there and play video games for 8 to 14 hours a day. And that sounds awesome, but if that's the only thing you're doing, apparently you can they get really, really burnt out over it. So if Liquid was, or whatever team was in that sort of scenario, I'm sure it's probably not fun anymore, man. That's the only thing you live and breathe. You wake up, play games, and go to sleep and do nothing
Right.
else. Like,
Well, the same could be said about a basketball player who is just living and breathing basketball. But
yeah.
to some, you just gotta hope that they enjoy it, half as much as it seems like they
Yeah.
should.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I
Podcasters too, especially performing at the level that we do.
yeah,
The
know,
highest of
tier.
echelons.
I know when I do what I do at work and then I go
top
home,
of their
I don't
game.
want to do it anymore.
Yeah.
right.
So it's
That's
like,
a
Of
good
any
point.
nature,
no,
yeah. I'm
pizza.
sure that
Fair
can be
enough.
said.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Well, Brent is our PC liaison. He seems to be into all that goof stuff for some reason. I want to talk a little bit more about what's going on, but what I want to do here while we're just, again, we're kind of topsy-turvy in all this esport information, and that's another reason why we wanted to cover it, because it is everywhere right now, so it'd be silly to just ignore it. But Brent is able to kind of give us a like a spec list, maybe, like as layman as possible, like try and break it down to Legos, homie. But and then maybe ballpark us a price for maybe putting together a simple computer or whatever computer dedicated towards doing any one of these tournament games. And I know that one game that he spends a lot of his time with is one of the OGs. It's actually GOs, and that's a Counter-Strike.
Yeah.
Global Online, Global Offensive?
Global Offensive.
Yeah, Global Offensive.
Yeah, so if you want to become a millionaire by playing video games, it's actually pretty simple. You just gotta build a PC. And
you gotta be born with raw talent.
And that's
and
building a
dexterity to express it.
Building a PC sounds super daunting, and it is at first. But honestly, it's in my mind, it's down to the level of Legos for adults. At least I hear people say that all the time, and it's kind of what it is. To me, it's fun to build computers. But yeah, so I got a little bit of a list, and so a PC is pretty much. All of its core components is just a processor. You need memory, in the case of RAM. You need to power it with a power supply, a video card, motherboard to hook everything into, actual memory like hard drives, and then a case. That's all that you need. So what I've done here is just kind of build.
The case is, I'm really sorry to interrupt
you,
bud.
ahead.
I just I'm learning too here. So,
Yeah.
And the case, of course, is literally the box that houses everything.
Yeah.
The tower.
Yep, exactly that.
Okay.
All of those components go into the case. So everything pretty much connects up to your motherboard, like your processor, graphics card, everything. And your motherboard kind of is the nerves that everything connects into, so it can talk to one another through your motherboard like that. To play like Dota, you don't need like you guys said before, you don't need a super powerful computer at all. Yeah. I almost feel like you could play with integrated graphics. It's not going to be the best, smoothest gameplay you've ever experienced, but you probably could.
By integrated graphics, and correct me if I'm wrong, but by integrated graphics he means a motherboard that also handles the graphics side of things without an external graphics processor.
Internal graphics that would be coming from your processor specifically.
Yeah.
Like a lot of like off-the-shelf laptops and like things like that, right?
Yeah, exactly. Cheap laptops.
Whereas more powerful games, more detailed games require a side piece, that graphics card processor that does the work instead of the computer to create those fantastic visuals.
Precisely, exactly. And when you buy consoles, really all consoles are just kind of a small PC. It has pretty much all the same components. They all work the same way in tandem with one another. And just consoles are obviously a little more convenient to be able to go buy a box in a box and then plug it into your TV and away you go instead of.
Well, I'm sure a lot of people out there realize. I don't think gamers aren't dumb. They're pretty sharp.
Sure.
So but in case some people out there, maybe their parents or whatever, or they are parents, not their parents. That's what these consoles are. You're paying for convenience of having it put together for you, but it's just a PC with specialty pieces made to fit inside that stylish case that Sony made, that stylish case that Microsoft made. It's the same thing. You're paying for something that's specialized, so it's a little bit cheaper. It knows it's not going to have to deal with other workloads that somebody would use a regular PC for. Yeah. So it can be entirely dedicated to graphics.
And you're also paying for customer service. Because if something happens or goes wrong with your Xbox, you can get online or make a phone call.
Yeah.
If you build a PC at home and something doesn't work, there's not like a phone number to call and say, hey, I'm not getting audio.
Yeah.
But don't let that deter you, because the process of building a PC has been made so modular now.
Yeah.
We hear from Brent every week about these companies having this price battle right now to get these incredibly almost plug and play very fancy parts for the cheapest price to be plugged into a computer. Like, they're actually fighting for lowest price now, where computers used to be kind of on the astronomical
the one I just got,
side
I
of
love
prices for something like
it
gaming.
wasn't that much. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Sorry for what? You're good.
So, Brent, you kind of priced out a PC that would handle a lot of these games like Dota, would probably pull off Overwatch on, not ultra settings, but can run some of this stuff, maybe Battlegrounds. What are we looking at? Are we spending $2,000? Are we spending $100? Like, what kind of range are we in?
Au contraire, what I've priced out here, it'll run Overwatch in Ultra at almost 100 frames a second. That doesn't really matter once you get above 60, but it
I just
will.
messaged you my credit card information.
But you don't know how
And my
much it
phone
is,
number.
though. You don't know how much
I
it is.
don't care. I need it in Ultra.
So what I got in front of me is I'm looking at about $550.
No
Wow.
way.
Yeah.
Which, if everybody listening at home, that's pretty close to what the Xbox One X was quoted at you.
Yeah.
500.
So that's what I was about to say. So, I could see people saying, well, why wouldn't I just buy a Xbox One X 420 no scope XX? And I mean, honestly,
There's a crystal dragon on the box.
yeah. Sorry, Microsoft. I really do hate that name. Like,
I don't
with a
like the name. I
passion.
dislike
either.
it more than I dislike the name Hellblade. No offense. I mean, not
Might as well
everybody
be
likes the name
Xbox
Jacob.
One
It's
Xbox.
whatever.
Yeah.
Xbox One Hellblade. Told you there was a new
Microsoft
generation
Hellblade
coming.
2XX.
Microsoft, I love you.
I
I
know.
have like all these Xboxes. I really do. Don't be mad at me.
He does. He's one of your number one customers. Xbox, Microsoft.
My
out there,
friends
y'all.
actually keep trying to get me to buy a PlayStation, and I won't.
No. Get that out of here.
Hey,
No, I used to say that stuff, dude. But out there, to be fair, that Sony is a nice piece of equipment.
Get that out of there.
And,
Yeah, I'm not knocking it at all.
I'm-
I've seen
Whatever,
some
dude.
nice stuff on it.
I'm with you,
Haters
Kerry.
like, knock that off.
I've
But
been
hey,
around.
I
Shaquille O'Neal
will
with the
say I want
haters,
all
bud.
of your PlayStation games though on my sweet Xbox controller.
Ain't gonna
Right,
happen, which
right.
is actually kind of a like a point in what we're talking about too, and that is an advantage for if you build your own PC, you don't really have to worry about all that. I mean, you're gonna have to worry about a lot of stuff as far as exclusivity, but most of the major titles, especially with Microsoft now, just because they've been working with computers and Windows for so long, their games are played on Xbox One and on the PC for the most part now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
And,
with Windows 10, you can play your Xbox games right on your PC.
It's awesome.
If you do have both. Carrie, you've done it. Jacob, I know you've done it as well, correct?
Yeah, I've streamed it. I've streamed it from across half the country.
Yeah, and
Eagle has too.
but
But
Yeah.
yeah, tell me about this PC that you built. You said you put it together for like $550 or so.
yeah, I mean, and again,
Or
this
the one you priced out.
this is all on paper. It'll be able to handle I don't know, say a game, say any game.
Sonic 2.
Sure. It'll
Yahtzee.
crush them it'll crush
Halo
Sonic.
5.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I
Halo
know.
7.
Yes.
R.I.P. conversation.
But like Overwatch, I know on ultra settings this thing would be able to handle it. And if people are wondering that know about computers, I'm talking like a Ryzen 3 and a GeForce 1050 Ti. These are not expensive components. The Ryzen's pretty new. That's the processor. Like Overwatch, it'll be able to handle it just fine. PUBG, if you want to get into PUBG, you're not going to be on the highest settings, but it will be completely playable at 60 frames or above. Obviously some dips here and there. CS:GO, yeah, easy. Dota,
That's pretty
no
cool.
problem.
For 550.
Yeah.
That's pretty rad.
And again, like, I feel like people can't wrap their heads around sometimes that, like, why wouldn't I just buy an Xbox? They're cheaper. It's like, yeah, but you're getting a full computer. Like, this will be able to do, like, different workloads. Like, if you want to start making YouTube videos or making a podcast, editing, doing this, doing that, like, that's all possible, with PCs. People think, like, oh, a gaming computer is just a expensive console, and it's not. It's all the internet. It's everything
Right,
you
it's
can want
actually,
to
like,
do.
your job included.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I can write book
we're not
reports
all
on you.
just a. Oh, sorry, Kerry. I didn't mean to talk over.
No,
you.
you're fine, but go ahead.
We're not all just a bunch of Best Buy employees trying to network either. It's
not
just
at all.
The point of the show is esports, and a lot of these games, it's to compete on that level. Sometimes they're either only available on PC or just absolutely require the processing power of a PC.
Right.
Yeah.
And so that's why we're talking like you should go do a PC. I don't think you should. I think you should follow your heart, buddy. I think you should be good to each other. I'm just kidding. I mean, like, an Xbox is a good choice, or a PlayStation's a good choice too. If you pay for convenience, and also it's a brain for your television.
Yeah,
and all that too. So there are different needs out there. So like, don't be like, I'm dumb for having an Xbox, and especially don't be like, I'm dumb because Jacob said so, because you're not dumb.
Well, and like another important thing to always remember is, there is tons and tons of information and resources available to you, all over the place. Like I priced out building a PC a while ago when I was thinking about it. And, I was on, Reddit's subreddit of Build a PC, and, I found a parts picker and, compatibility spreadsheets and stuff like that. And it was advanced, yes, but it was all the information I could ever want, so. Yeah.
And you're not looking at doing math or anything. These numbers are just like the proper names for some of these components.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because, there's some compatibility that you got to take into account. But you just got to, do your homework a little bit.
Yeah, he is right about that. I didn't mean to sum that up in a sentence there.
Oh, absolutely. Like, before I built my first PC, I researched building a PC and just kind of diving into that, mind place with PC gaming and everything for a year. I literally just sat on my computer, my not gaming computer, and just figured this all out. I got on YouTube, on Linus Tech Tips or Bitwit, all these other channels, and I sat there and watched people build computers. So when all my components came in, I knew what I was doing. I knew how to put everything together. But honestly, like, on paper, I built probably 10, 15 different PCs, so I would know I'm getting the best components at the time for the best prices. Because honestly, next month, this PC that I'm looking at here could be $300 because these components go down, or $700 because these components go up. It just, if you're gonna want to do this and you're gonna invest your money, I would say invest your time first before you invest your money. There's 1,000 different outlets out there, like PC Part Picker. It'll give you, X, Y, and Z. These are the things that you need, and you can build one on paper and stare at it and wish that you didn't have to spend $2,000 on it.
And also with that, you can also go to a website and buy a pre-built PC that's ready to go in a box, and you just plug it in and turn it on.
100%.
Yeah. Just remember, at home, you can do it.
Like, you can do it.
Yeah, you don't have to pay a ton if that's what you're looking for is for a PC. That's mainly the big thing we wanted to say with this episode. We love all of our listeners, and we want to include those esports folks too, and those aspiring to be there. Hell, we're aspiring podcasters.
Yeah.
And, here we are today. You can do it too.
Yeah.
You can do it too.
Parents.
Yes, can.
And just remember, it is almost like Legos now. Brent says it a lot. And, yeah, you have to do some research because, sometimes you have a square chip for a circle hole. I know I'm kind of dumbing that down a little bit there, but that's how my brain works, boys.
Fair enough.
So, there is a little bit of that. And I want to just sign Brent up for stuff, but I'm going to anyway because I know it's probably not going to happen. But, we'll help you too. If you ever want to send us an email, give us a tweet. I'm sure Brent could maybe give a really quick, it's not like our inbox is going to be overflowing with these.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, we'll be happy to help you win, and if we can as well.
For sure.
We're always there for you.
Parents, buy your children PCs so they can go and win $24 million. It will pay off. It'll be worth it for you. I promise.
If you want to be 70 with a Ferrari and a kid that's not dumb, go ahead and embrace electronics right now.
Yeah.
And get that. No, honestly, I'm so happy I learned what I learned about computers when I was younger.
For sure.
I mean, this is a lot of things would be a lot more difficult if I had to learn all that stuff, later on in life.
Yeah.
It's very true.
Really very thankful for being so comfortable sitting at, any PC interface, whether it be Ubuntu or, OS or whatever. Just a couple more facts, too. I hope we did some esports stuff justice. Again, I know we're a little clumsy with it, but, we'll evolve. We always do.
Can I give the U.S. Overwatch team a quick shout-out because they beat the brakes off of New Zealand in the qualifiers the other day?
Dude, y'all got rugby, but you don't got Overwatch.
And
woo! How you like them apples, New Zealand,
They're
with your
hurt right now
Tasmanian
with that.
devils and all that, and your Kiwis and your
Dang,
rugby.
man.
Applesauce, bitch. Okay, patriotism over.
Yeah,
I
no
love New
shade
Zealand.
towards New Zealand or anything, but U.S. really showed off some super skills, and South Korea also doing the same thing, really throwing down out there. It's been some really cool tournaments to watch. The finals are coming up, I believe, in November at BlizzCon, so it's going to be weird. It's going to be fun.
I think it's it.
And as far as quick shout-outs go, we're hanging on to this subject a little bit longer because, again, I didn't have a nice presentation put together for people, and I'm sorry about that. But there's some facts that we absolutely, I feel, have to say. RL, that's what we call Rocket League because we're in the know. We call them at home. They have their open going on at the moment. This is another game that's absolutely shot skywards in popularity along with Overwatch in the past year and is being played for money. And man, do they have it figured out. What'd you think of that Watch Live Now button they added to the start screen, Eagle?
I think that's something that every game with any sort of esports or live tournament needs
presence
on their
I
dashboard.
totally agree.
And dude, do it. And all of you, and that's a good point because that's something Eagle wanted to talk about when we were just chatting before the episode. As much as we want to help y'all out to find this stuff, if you want to be a fan, how hard is it seriously to find this stuff? I get so frustrated sometimes.
It's not easy. Like they hide
Yeah.
these streams on weird pages, and I know it probably has a lot to do with business, and partnerships, and affiliates, this or that.
Yep.
But just from your viewers at home, it's not easy to find this stuff every now and then. So just like you said, Rocket League having a tab. I know you said was it Counter-Strike has one on their home stream. I think that's really important to get your no offense, but the casual player to check out your pro and high level competition because, that was one of the huge things that sucked me personally into Overwatch was, again, personally just watching a streamer named Seagull play at a really high level got me interested into Overwatch because I saw what was capable. Now, I can't do it, but I know what can be done, which is, I think, the carrot that you're always chasing in these competitive games.
And this is the Overwatch League you're getting at here?
Well, that's what's coming. They're setting that up currently as the league. What's been playing over the past few weeks has been the Overwatch World Cup. They've kind of been doing like an Olympic-style thing.
Tournament, whereas League, to me, I may be reading into it wrong, but it seems like League, to me, says more than just a tournament. It's more games and entertainment based. So I could be totally wrong, but is Blizzard going for broadcasting things that would have a non-playing, strictly spectating fan base? Like will people tune into an Overwatch game in the future like they would tune into an Arizona Cardinals game? Yeah, baby.
Well,
Just saying.
I mean,
that's what's up. How about them Cowboys?
all right. But yes, what you're saying is exactly right. Blizzard has spent a lot of effort creating this Overwatch League to work very similar to, organizations like the NBA for basketball or NFL for football with, getting these big, huge owners like Robert Kraft of, who's he own? The Patriots and
the Mets.
I'm
I
so
believe.
dumb. I was going to
Or
say
are they
Kraft
two separate
cheese.
people?
I think
I'm
he does
like,
own
the cheese dude.
But that's the Boston team. They're going to have an Overwatch team centered in Boston that he owns, and you better believe it's going to be marketed just like the New England Patriots or something of that nature. So you're going to root for your home team or your regional style things.
LA just got their second team.
In
The
London,
Boston Lucios.
Yeah, London has one. Shanghai.
Ooh, the
Seoul.
Boston Lucios, okay.
The Boston Lucios? No, I'm making that up. That's not real. I'm not reading anything. The Boston Wicked Awesomes.
The Boston he used his Wicked Ultimate.
The Boston Brady's.
Oh gosh. But yeah, it's going to be interesting because a lot of the other previous tournaments, like for instance, talking about Dota, Evo, Call of Duty, they haven't done it regionally like that. They've just done these teams, and the trading and stuff like that of players has been really odd. So Overwatch is setting up a league. They're doing it city and region based, so they're taking a different approach. We'll see how it shakes out early next year when it all kicks off.
Is Overwatch just the best game, or like what's up with it? It just seems
Ever.
like they always are doing everything right.
They are the best game ever.
And if
Well,
they're
it's
not,
Blizzard and Activision together.
Yeah.
You know, like that's.
I mean, they are the environment. They are the climate, for that type of gaming.
I mean,
for the past
everything
so
is
many years.
free.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
here,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you had to pay for the game,
Money.
but it's like here
Money.
now. Take all this free content, just
yeah,
DLC, DLC events.
It's-
Here's more loot boxes. Here's more
Yep.
stuff. The new game type is Rocket League.
Yeah, Lucio Ball.
Lucio
Yeah,
Ball.
Lucio
Yeah.
Ball is Rocket League.
I
It's
saw
fucking-
the exact thing when I was
it's
watching
awesome.
their summer games trailer for the summer outfits
Yeah.
and all that.
Yeah.
Like that's an RL arena. Last little fact on here. Got just a couple more tidbits, and we got to keep this train rolling. A little bit of controversy as far as controversy in my book, at least a little bit, as far as esports and tournaments going on. Is PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds is getting a tournament coming up here, and that is a beta that is full of bugs. So I don't, or not full of bugs. Don't mistake that as hate. I'm just saying, like,
Oh,
if
it's
you're
got-
playing for money, this game has been known to not load right sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
and all this and that.
Yeah. I don't.
Yeah, it's a weird place, like the game's not done yet. They've said the game's not done. It's not been officially released. But yes, they're running tournaments, playing it. And it's a weird situation. Yeah, it's I'm not against it. I like to see it played at high levels, because just like I was saying earlier with Overwatch, that's what got me into it. So, maybe that will spike some more interest, as if that game needs more interest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this kind of works as kind of like maybe a, I don't know. I'm trying to think of some kind of meter. I was thinking Dowling rod, Geiger counter. I don't know. As far as
Barometer?
people, yeah, something like that. Like as opposed to just being an invitational to find like the best of PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds. I think it's more of like a lightning rod for online viewing. More so. Like,
Right.
it's. They're going to stream the whole thing. They're going to get, the organization of some of the best players out there, which right now are really only distinguished by highest viewers for streaming.
Mm-hmm.
And so
Right.
they're going to finally put this into some brackets. And I think it's more about people watching this blockbuster phenomenon game, that just came out of nowhere.
I mean, the
And,
stats on
we-
this stuff is crazy. Like how many viewers these games are getting now.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they're more than like the finals. I mean, it's still under the Super Bowl, but it's like right under the Super Bowl. It's one
I
of the
mean,
top.
ad space will be very valuable. I can
Yeah.
only imagine.
I mean,
during
I'll
that
say
time.
right now, it looks like there's currently 467,000 people playing Dota 2, and PlayerUnknown's is third on the list on Steam at 282,000 right now.
Easy
That's
to believe.
Yeah.
Easy to
5:30 on
believe.
a
It is
Monday.
so fun to
Yeah,
watch.
exactly.
It's gotta be amazing. I don't want to front like I played it, but I watched a good amount of it so far, and I can't wait for my turn. But it looks really great. I want to start giving dates to like the relevant weeks, if we can, for esports. So it's not going to be in the next week, but we have a date here. The deadline. Actually, it is in the next week. It's the 18th of this month.
Yeah.
Yeah, get on it.
To apply for this. So
4
like
days.
if you're good with a frying pan and an afro, you better
Nice.
better start clicking, bud. Better start clicking. Last little bit of news for us is also in the esports world. This game called For Honor with these knights and these samurais and these time machines and all that. Time machines. I just haven't been able to reconcile how all three of those guys can be on the cover at the same time. But
I love it.
yeah, there was just a $10,000 tournament for PC for I don't know. Eagle, you're better at this than I. Tell me again what happened.
Okay, so just real quick, this weekend, For Honor was free to play on Xbox and PlayStation, I believe, maybe PC as well. So it got a lot of attention. A lot of people checking it out, and they had just run a tournament officially sponsored by Ubisoft, which was odd to see this go down. But I read the article on Kotaku that a player won, the $10,000 tournament by pretty much abusing an exploit that the devs have acknowledged that they're patching but haven't yet. And like that in itself just brings up a weird question of, how, like, what's okay and what's not. Should that have been allowed? It was basically as simple as a combo attack that he was doing that couldn't be parried by the other opponent. So, there were chances for him to win, but in the final set or the final game, he didn't drop a single set. He won every single game. And, yes, he's a dominant player, but he was also using a trick consistently through the whole entire event.
Did anyone else know of this trick and just opted out of not using it?
I am a very casual For Honor player in that I've played maybe 10 hours and I'm aware of the trick. It's something that's known, and I think the thing that makes it so sour to me is that the developers of the game have said that they're working on patching it out.
Right.
That means that they've acknowledged that it's a problem.
Yeah.
So, that's the thing that bothers me a little bit. But, hopefully they get it squared away and, next tournament can be a little more, buttoned up.
Yeah.
And if it's in the game, it's in the game?
Yeah, that's what it is currently, There are rules to abide by, but...
I think about that. I just don't know what to think about that.
Yeah.
Play at your own risk, I suppose.
It's like BXRing.
I mean, that's a long drive home for a lot of those guys. Or girls.
Very true.
That got glitched on For Honor. Anyways, I'm not going to start a whole new stream sniping. Every week we do a segment. Eagle does a segment for us, actually, that we like to... we've been having some fun with. We call it Overachievers. We take a look at data every week for a game that's pertaining to what we're talking about, usually for the most part. Sometimes they're random. We take a look at these achievements, and we compare them and judge the public accordingly as to who's actually achieved as much. And it is time for that segment. Overachievers is on For Honor this week. Am I right, Eagle?
You are correct. Yeah, we figured since we're talking a little bit about esports, it had some controversy recently, and yeah, it was free to play all weekend. I spent a bunch of time this weekend playing it, so I figured we'd check out some achievements. There were some funky ones in here. I had a good time looking at. On the Overachievers segment, we take a look at some of the most common unlocked achievements, as well as take a look at the most rare achievements as well. Starting it off, the most common achievement in For Honor is Welcome to the Blackstone Legion, which is to complete Mission 1, which has been unlocked by 79.28%, which is...
a pretty high majority.
Yeah, everybody checked out the campaign, it looked like.
Yep. Well, I mean, do you think that includes that tutorial? Because you can't die.
No, it doesn't include the tutorial. You got to start. It's completing the first mission.
Huh.
Well, good for y'all. Y'all went for it.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right. I did not expect the campaign to be that popular. I thought everyone was just gonna flood the PvP.
Well, taking a look at the notifications of them completing the campaign, it was a little bit lower. So.
At normal difficulty, no less.
But at least they checked it out. Just like everybody who checked out the dueling PvP, which the PvP in For Honor is a little bit odd. It was they have different variations. They have a 1v1 set, which is like the most stressful thing I've played in a long time. But
I bet.
I'm not going to throw any names out there, but the man that I met on that field took a loss on the 5th round.
Yeah, he did.
Dude, I kicked him right off like a douche.
It's so funny to watch
This
people
is
try
Spartan.
and play each other as they change up their stances. It looks like somebody doing like some kind of weird workout, with those heavy balls or something. They're just moving their stance around and
Did a
just,
kettlebell workout.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to find. What is it with me and words today, man? You'd think I'd pick a day I wasn't in front of a microphone to have trouble talking. But it's just funny to watch these guys constantly do an armpit check between every swing.
But they have the 1v1. They also have squad 2v2 and all the way up to 4v4 Dominion matches, which, if you've ever played Titanfall, are very similar to attrition with some objectives. There's a lot of just cannon fodder out there for you to chop up on your way to, point A, B, and C.
Nice.
But so we pulled up the achievement for Duelist, which is to win your first duel, which is 1v1. And that's against another live player. So shout out to all you guys. That's 41.52% of players. So,
Oh, wow.
a lot of people went out there and at least won one.
Man,
Yeah.
that sucks.
Yeah. Could have been more.
Yeah, right.
Go out there and
Could've
take a
been
win.
Ain't
At least
no
get one win.
ain't no chicken dinner is all I'm saying.
Okay. All right. Well, maybe something a little closer to a chicken dinner. How about Duel Master winning 20 PvP matches 1v1?
Closer. Closer.
Yeah. That's only been unlocked by 9.03% of players. So,
Doesn't surprise me.
yeah. So a lot of people checked it out, but not too many people stuck with it old 1v1. It's tough, man. It was so stressful. My heart was
Yeah,
pounding.
it's fun. It's a fun game. We're not saying it's bad. Like it's just really tough when you play another person.
Oh, yeah.
Because
it's
your
like,
verb set is so small.
Right. You're correct. But so to take a look back at the story completion, the achievement for completing the story at normal difficulty was an average accomplishment. Not that was the name of it, not
Nice.
not your work.
Nice. Just call it participation medal.
Yeah. But so that was unfortunately only unlocked by 26.17% of players. So like almost 50% had dropped off between starting and finishing.
What happened, boys?
I liked it. I had fun during the campaign. I haven't finished it myself, so I am attributing to that number as well.
Eagle.
We'll take advantage of that free play weekend, y'all.
Yeah.
Going on it. As we
I'm
record, you
sorry.
still got time.
My Xbox has been off for about 4 days.
Oh, Mr. Zelda over there.
Yeah, okay. Just wondering when he was going to shoehorn that in here.
I missed it. I missed For Honor.
Oh, yeah, I'm so sorry. You're so brave. Thanks for making sure Hyrule is safe, bud.
What Hyrule? I'm
Oh, I
playing
thought you were trying to
Shrines.
say you were playing Zelda.
I'm playing Shrines of Hyrule, or Shrines of the Breath of the Wild.
Yes, okay.
Just shrine hunting, man. Just shrine hunting.
That's it.
But so, yeah, this weekend I was at my girlfriend's father's house, and her little brother Josh was playing this story on realistic difficulty, which, let me just tell you, boys, looks no fun. It takes away pretty much all indications of where the enemy's attacks are coming from.
Yeah.
So you're having to actually look at their body, like their hip and shoulder placement, which is intense and very difficult. But for you overachievers out there, only 5.2% of players finish the story on the realistic difficulty.
Hats off to y'all, though.
Yeah,
Hats
that's
off to
intense.
yeah, dude. That is in all caps. Damn. Dude,
Yes.
Like, dang, mang.
Just
Like,
beat
that
Ram
is
on
awesome.
insane difficulty.
Ugh.
5%.
But that was not the rarest. There is one more. There is the Lore Master, which is to get 100% of the observables from all missions in story mode. Now, the observables are kind of like little collectibles. There's, I don't know, maybe 7 to 10 on each mission. And it's just kind of a point that you have to look at. It might be in the trees. It might be at the top of a tower. They are very hard to find. So to get all of them, that would be just maddening. But for you overachievers out there, 1.01%
Hell
gamers
yeah.
have unlocked it.
Hell yeah. I bet y'all got those green frogs in Metal Gear 3, too. Hell yeah. Shout out. Hell yeah. Lore Master. What?
I like
But,
the noise it would make.
2017 to
when
infinity. Where's my snare?
Where's my snare?
I need more snare in my headphones.
But yeah, so that was the rarest achievement. Next week we're looking for suggestions on games we can take a look at for overachievers. So be sure to send those in maybe at our Twitter or email us.
Indeed. And that kind of contact information is pretty easy to come by. You can find all that at edgystances.com, our website. You can also find our show to listen to there. There are a couple ways to listen to it. Find us on iTunes. We also start up a YouTube channel for ease of being able to find that.
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah. We
Wow,
also be streaming.
That was easy.
Find us at Edgy Stances at your favorite neighborhood stream store.
Yeah.
And
To touch on that, if anyone has out there that is listening, if anyone has tried to come watch me stream PUBG and there has been a horrible delay, I figured it all out, I promise. So
He's got it.
it's a watchable stream now. So if you guys want to watch some PUBG, come hang out. Find me at Edgy Stances on Mixer. Yeah.
Love it.
Get some chicken din-dins.
Better watch out. I'm coming
Yep.
for you.
Yeah, all right, Doug.
Yep, we got
Stream
some best
sniping.
alives. We got some
Stream
best alives to
sniping.
meet up with. That's Best Eagle alive. I'm Best Jacob alive. 2 on the Xbox, 3 on the PS4. That's Best Kerry alive. 1. And Mr. Doodoo Man. Spell it all out, even the Mister. Even the Mister. I wanted to really whittle that down because, I'd be over here whittling chess pieces and stuff, and I can whittle, show segments too. And it turns out I just said all the information again anyway.
It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah.
We
I
got
don't
through
know.
it, though.
We just really want y'all to be able to find us because it'd be creepy to say I want to find you, but what I really want you to do is rate and review. Or just tell a friend. And that's what the YouTube's up there for because
We would
all
love
folks
the
don't know what
support.
a podcast is. Yeah. So
All right,
right now
boys.
we should be hearing those wham, 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 wham.
I know.
Wham,
Let's
bam,
Get out of
bam.
the studio,
That
man.
sick beat.
Yeah, bud. Yeah, bud.
Drop
So
that
remember,
beat,
y'all,
I'm
stay
about to
Amber.
flow.
Thank you very, very much for joining us, Kerry. Thank you all out there.
Thank
Kerry, he streams too, if you didn't already say that.
you. Yeah, come watch me stream.
Yeah, come watch.
Maybe some Zelda. Zelda.
Probably some
You
Zelda.
like that Zelda?
And remember,
wild
be
breath.
embered.
Goodbye.
Hope you have the best day you've ever had.
Yeah.
He's over there eating gushers.